Well, yes, I am thus far. I think it's just the first step. Obviously, the committee does not yet provide the weight of subpoena power. That can't be done without a vote. But this initiates the dialogue and discussion. I'm sure we'll want to wait and see how the DOJ responds. If they do not respond appropriately, we would then urge the Judiciary Committee to move forward with a vote to actually subpoena witnesses and the rest of the information that's not being provided.
And that would require just a vote in the Judiciary Committee, maybe go to the whole House? And
I'm not certain about that. I know it would require a vote in the committee itself. I'm not certain if the entire House would have
But you think they definitely should subpoena this information if justice
Yes, if it's not
provided?
given voluntarily, absolutely, because there is a significant amount of cost and involvement of the many states and citizens in the health care bill that passed and now is law, PPACA, and a lot of people are going to be put at a lot of inconvenience, at a lot of cost, if we don't resolve this issue of whether or not it's constitutional to require citizens to purchase a good or service. And so it's only fair that someone who may have been an advocate for that law should not sit in a position of justice and try to weigh both sides.
So you believe that the American people have a right to know exactly what Elena Kagan said and did when she was President Obama's Solicitor General about the health care legislation?
Most definitely, yes, absolutely.
And the Judiciary Committee should subpoena that information if necessary?
Yes.
And the Judiciary Committee should subpoena all witnesses who have information about that from the Justice Department?
Most definitely,
if necessary.
absolutely, yes.
Now in your conversations in working with the 48 other members who signed this letter, do you sense that they are absolutely committed to making sure that these answers come out before the Supreme Court actually hears that case and makes a decision?
Yes, absolutely, yes.
Have you been able to have any conversations with the Republican leadership about this issue?
I have not at this point.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to say about your efforts?
Well, that I think that even though 49 of us signed this letter, I think the sentiments and interest and beliefs many more members, at least on the Republican side, are for us to move forward. And I suspect that we'll probably in the coming days hear more from them. So I think that it's important that we resolve this issue about constitutionality, but we need to do it fairly. As I say, this is a critical point in history in our country, and I just don't think it's appropriate to allow a single justice to be in the court deciding this when they may have at some point be an adversary for or against this legislation.
So your anticipation is if Chairman Lamar Smith has to move forward and actually subpoena the Attorney General and subpoena the office, the Solicitor General's office to get the documents and testimony they need to find out what went on here,
yes,
that the Republican caucus as a whole in the House of Representatives will be supportive of that?
Of course, I can't speak for each and every individual, but I would say the majority would, and I would not be surprised if all did.
Congressman, thank you very much.
Great. Thank you, Terry.